What is up, everybody? It is DJ Martini Midwest Reviews coming at you with another video. Today we have a really good one. We have an intercom system from the Moman company. Very cool. The H2E. It is a intercom system. It is also Bluetooth. You can listen to music. You can take phone calls. You can do a lot of things with it. We're going to get all into it today on my complete review of this. I will show you kind of what's in the box. I will show you kind of how to put it on a helmet. There's lots of helmets out there, so it might be different for everybody out there. I'll show you what it can do, give you a microphone test. The only thing I won't show you guys today is I did have plans to show you some ride footage. I did test it with a passenger. I also was going to test it with riding, which is the biggest thing. But I did ride it with a passenger and it works fantastic for that, but I was going to ride with another rider, but unfortunately the weather in the Midwest has been terrible with a lot of storms, a lot of rainy weather, and I just haven't been able to get out and line up schedules with other riders. So unfortunately I won't be able to get that to you today, but I'm going to talk about everything else that we can. And I also just did some testing with my son where I had him go as far as he can in a helmet. We were walking around in the neighborhood with our helmets on, looking pretty corny, but just for you guys to know that, you know, we got range and distance and all that good stuff. So thank you guys for tuning in today. It's DJ Martini Midwest Reviews. If you've never tuned in, just know I love doing that research for you. Love doing review videos. Just want to give it to you all as easy as possible. Give you really cool items, maybe things you don't see a lot of reviews on. That's what I love to bring, values as well, which the Moman company is a value, really good products at a really good value. So very cool. And thanks again, Moman, for providing one for review, but I want to keep it real, keep it honest, and give you guys an honest review. So thank you guys so much. So I got so much going on here. So I'm going to actually have to take you off the stand to show you everything that you get with this, because you do get a lot of things. And then I will also kind of show you, I'll deconstruct. I have it set up on my dirt bike type helmet. I have one set up already, and then I also have it set up on a normal motorcycle type helmet. And like I said, I was going to get you footage of riding, but that's not going to happen today. So I already know I'm going to get crap for that on the comments, but I do have it on one of these type helmets as well, full face with shield, but I will kind of deconstruct how I have it in my dirt bike helmet here. So very cool. And then at the end of the video, towards the end, I will also give you the microphone test of how it does sound in the helmet. That way you guys know. But other than that, let's go ahead and get you off the stand and I'll show you everything in the box in what's in the box. All right, guys, we are back with the Moman H2E. It is a headset intercom system for 2 riders. It is a 2-rider kit. Once again, here's the box. Very cool from Moman. I do like that Moman has really thought of everything that you need for this kit. It came in all these boxes, you know, had little kits in there. And they really thought of everything that you need, and I really think that's cool of the company. Once again, thank you, Moman, for providing one for review. And like I said, I really think this company is up and coming. It's a great value, and it's providing everything you need in this kit. So in the kit, it does have the actual unit itself. It'll have 2 of them. I have one on a helmet already. I put this little plate on here, but it actually comes with 3 colors. They actually think of what colors might be out there and what you might be able to blend into your helmet. But it does come with a gold one you can see here. It comes with a silver one that you can see here. And it also comes with this blue one right here. So you can put whatever you want on it. Really quick, I just want to show you guys, it does come with this little tool that you can put right here, and it'll pop that right out. Really easy for you to go ahead and replace it. So they really thought of everything. That little tool is cool. Here's the actual unit itself. You can see that it has the knob right here for your volumes and for some adjustment. It has your selector button right here, and also a selector button here. We'll talk about exactly what each one does here in a second. It'll come with a bracket to go onto your helmet. It comes with a couple different styles for various things. It does have a pad on here, so it's protecting your helmet. So very cool. And this actually will kind of detach and can slide off of the actual unit itself, but kind of have it ready to go here. So we'll go over a little bit more on this. This is your charge port right here, and this is where you're going to hook up your microphone and speakers. So very, very cool. Let's kind of see all the angles on that. All right, so let's kind of go over what you get in the box once again. Those come with two different types of mics, and I'll show you the other type of mic that it comes, but this one is like a little boom mic that will connect into there. Like I said, it does come with a couple different brackets that you'll be able to use, and it comes with the tape to be able to tape that bracket on. Once again, very, very cool that it comes with that. It comes with an instruction manual with pretty good instructions on there on how to use the product. It comes with all the Velcros and everything that you need to go onto your helmet if you need that. It comes with the tool to be able to adjust the bolts on here. Like I said, so they really thought of everything. It comes with the charging cable, and it does come with two of everything. So you will get multiple. You get two for your two different units. So USB type A charging with USB type C port right there. Comes with actually a squeegee as well and a little wipe, which is kind of cool that it came with that. And I think that's about it, but it does come with two of everything there for you guys to take a look at. And like I said, the extra pieces as well. So very, very, very cool. The next thing I want to show you guys is kind of how I installed this on a helmet. And so I have the dirt bike helmet here. And you can see that on the dirt bike helmet, it's kind of hard to get into the area. So you kind of have to force it on there. But I do have the little clamp type system on here, and you could just clamp this on into there, and it would just go right into the helmet there. I'm not going to go force that all the way in there, but that's how it would go. And then you would just tighten this unit onto the helmet, and it would just be clamped on there just like that. I'm going to kind of deconstruct this one. And so the microphone actually has Velcro on it, and so it just, you can see that it just Velcroed right in there. I had to put a little tape on this one because on, of course, a dirt bike helmet, you can't really put the wires in there very good without them falling out. So I did have to put a little bit of tape on there to get that on there. But on a regular helmet, which I'll show you in a second, you wouldn't have to do that. But you can see I can tuck all my wires into the backing. And like I said, this one has a normal mic, which you can see. Look at that, Velcro is pretty strong. But it does have a mic like this, and then like I said, you can just Velcro that into wherever you want. Like I was able to put it in the middle. And then the speakers actually have Velcro too, and once again, you can see that I just went through all the pads here. And you can see that here's one speaker, went through all the pads here. Here's another speaker. And so I have the two speakers, so I kind of deconstructed that for you guys. And here's all the wiring and everything that it comes with. And it comes with two of these, come with the two speakers, and you can choose what microphone, once again, that you use. It just unplugs right here. And it comes with all that for you. And this actually is the unit that plugs into this bottom part right here, bottom port right there. See that? And right there. It goes in quite well. You can go either way there. All right. Other than that, I kind of showed you how I did that. I want to show you, I'll have my camera guy stay right there. And I just want to show you, this is the one on my full face helmet right here. And like I said, I was able to run the cables a little bit better into the helmet here. It's still a little messy, but also they Velcro in. I don't know if you guys can see that, but they Velcro in very nicely into the helmet for the speakers. Microphones right here. This actually fit into the clamping in there, and it's not going to come off. It's very well put in there, and then it clamps right into there. And then the next thing we'll show you guys is a little bit of operation real quick. But that's it for now. All right, so we have the unit right here, and I wanted to make sure that we know. So the on and off is on the back, which is also your music sharing, and this one is your intercom pair, and then You have your music sharing pair. You have a play pause push button here, so you're going to push it. You have volume, so if you hold it, we'll have to double check counterclockwise or clockwise. It's going to raise or lower the volume. If you hold it, that's going to be for your intercom system. If you give it a double click, that's going to be for your media. But it's kind of hard to do the media one because it's like a little trick, and then it also will forward a song as well. So you kind of have to get it just right, and so it does take a little trial and error to learn how to do that. But the intercom one is super easy. You just hold it, and it's going to raise the volume or lower the volume for the intercom, and the intercom can get really, really loud. So very cool. But the most important buttons, like I said, would be the intercom connect and the music sharing. Now, on first install, of course, you want to connect it to Bluetooth first. So you're going to go ahead and get your phone out and connect it to Bluetooth. It does say the H2E Moman, and you're just going to go find it in your Bluetooth on, and then pair it, allow it, whatever it is for Google or Android. It's still going to work. There's no app or anything. It just connects to your Bluetooth. So fantastic. It's going to flash blue when you first turn this on. So go ahead and turn this one on, and then it's just going to flash. It's going to be in pairing mode. Right there, it's ready to go. So once you are connected, it will stay a steady blue. Now, when you want to connect your other unit via intercom, you're going to hit the intercom. You're going to hold it down along with the other one when it's on, and hold them down together, and they're going to be flashing red and blue, and then eventually they will connect. Once they're connected good. You won't have to do that again. And then also the music sharing is on the back. You're going to press and hold that as well to connect it. Music sharing. Now, this is the one that was connected to my phone. This is the original one that I did. And so this one will connect to my phone when I turn it on, those types of things. With music sharing though, this one you can hear the music and talk on the intercom at the same time. On the other person's, they're not going to be able to do both at the same time. They're going to get either or. Either they're going to hear your music that you're allowing them to hear, or they're going to be using the intercom. So you can't do both at the same time. Only one of them will be able to do that at the same time. And so usually that's the one that was originally connected to the phone through Bluetooth. So the first one that you paired to Bluetooth with the phone will have both music sharing or intercom. So you kind of just, but it's really easy to switch between them. You're just pressing a button with the intercom or the music sharing. Now, also a very important tip would be to have the website for Moman or the YouTube page for Moman, which has a lot of videos on operations for a lot of their items. They do have a lot of items, a lot of valued items here, and they will be able to give you a little bit more operation tips, or have that instruction book handy, because there will be a lot of stuff. Especially, I'm not even going to go over all the calling. There's a lot of features with the calling. A quick double tap of this will actually open the FM mode as well. So it does have FM, and then you can just adjust the channels by going back and forth. It'll scan first, and then it'll hold channels in there, whatever it picks up. So that's kind of cool as well. It also has a option to connect to your Siri or Google, depending on what kind of phone you have. If you have voice assistant, and that's kind of cool too, because then you can hear the instructions if you're getting map instructions, or if you're possibly asking Siri, hey, what's the weather, Siri, and she's going to tell you what the weather is. So very, very cool that you can do that. Once again, get into those instructions. There's a lot of things. The FM mode is done with a double click of the function key, which is that one right there, like I said. And then you're going to map into it. Can I find the voice assistant really quick? The installation. There's a little bit on installation here, but the pictures aren't fantastic. So like I said, there's a lot of videos out there. Check those out if you have any issues with that. Voice assistant. So yes, so it's a double click for FM, and it's like a hold for a little bit. Where did I just see that? Voice assistant, yes. Long press the function key for 2 seconds to wake your voice assistant. So like I said, The instructions are very, very important on this to be able to get all the operation done. And the only issue that I had was with the volume. Now, if you hold it down, that's the volume for the intercom. But then if you're listening to music or media, then that volume is like a double click. And that's also changes the music as well. So like you switch songs. So with a quick double click, you'll do the volume up or down, depending on it's counterclockwise or clockwise. But so it takes a little bit of a learning curve to get everything down, and it has to be just right with a double click, which is a little hard sometimes. I had a little bit of issue, but other than that, everything was pretty easy to use, especially with the intercom connecting and the music sharing connecting, which is the most important things in my opinion, is to make sure you get connected and you can hear everybody. So that's what we got there. Once again, like I said, website and YouTube page have the instructions handy, which they do come with, and they are pretty decent and easy to look at. No problem there. Let's go ahead and get into some of the pros and cons and some of the specs that we're going to be talking about on this guy. All right, buddy, so some of the main features on the Moman H2E is the light indicators for real-time monitoring, the one-click noise cancellation for clear sound, and also the cobblestone style and mini design, making it really easy to carry. That's also plug and play for easy and wide availability with iOS and Android devices. It has 10-minute USB fast charging for 45 minutes of runtime, 25 hours monster battery life, 300 hours of standby time, and it's a great price for under $100. The mic also sounds very, very good. Some of the cons, like I said, we talked about line of sight, block signal around obstacles, but the music sounds okay and it's very acceptable, but learning some of the knobs, like I said, another con. It does take a little bit of time to learn the double clicks. And like I said, the music sounds pretty good on a full face helmet where you can cover yourself, but when you have like a dirt bike helmet like I had with the open, and some of that wind noise might block some of that sound, and so it might not sound quite as good on the audio side, but it sounds pretty good in my opinion. It's very, very acceptable, and you know I'm pretty big into audio, so pretty cool there, guys. Other than that, I think those are a lot of the positives that I wanted to talk about. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been DJ Martini Midwest Reviews. If you have any other questions, leave some comments. Also check the Moman website, their YouTube page. I will leave all the descriptions and links that I can in my description. Please like, subscribe, and share if this is helpful at all, and I can't wait to see you on my next video or tutorial. Thank you guys, and one last thing I just want to say, I will put a microphone test on what it sounds like at the end of this video. All right, guys, catch you later.
What is up, everybody? It is DJ Martini Midwest Reviews coming at you to tell you what your media is going to sound like with calls. This is for the Moman H2E. The intercom actually sounds a lot clearer with the other intercom system, but with media and calls, this is what you're going to sound like, and also doing a recording. So this is what the mic sounds like, and I don't think it sounds too bad. Thank you.